Okay, we got a red light.
Hello again. Welcome back to COVID cooking. This is number 2. These are going to be sort of random. Like today I'm making a chicken dish that we really like, so I'm gonna record it and we'll see how it flies. As promised, there are beverages. So today we have the Matanzas Creek Winery Chardonnay. And according to this, it is aromas of grilled nectarine and key lime pie layered with hints of fresh pineapple and white lily flowers. That cracks me up. Anyways, Chardonnay, and it's good. So, what we're gonna do now is I'm making a chicken dish. If you wanna look it up, Google Cheaters White Coq au vin. And they'll give you the recipe. But for right now, I thought you might want to learn how to break down a whole chicken for something like this. Okay? So here we go. I've got a bird, taken it out, I've rinsed it off, and I've dried it out. So the first thing I'm going to do is take off the legs and the thighs. So I'm going to separate those a little bit, cut the skin, and open that up. And then I'm gonna, see my hand here is right on the joint. So I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna pop that joint like that. Then I'm gonna go back in by the backbone. This is what's called the oyster, which most people think it's the best part on the entire chicken. I agree. Okay, once again on the other side, pop that. And there's your legs and thighs. Now, I'm gonna take the wing. Be careful not to cut too much into the breast. And we'll do that so it doesn't flop around. Once again on the other side. Some people get squeamish messing with the chicken. If you rinse it off and dry it pretty good, it really shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so now what we've got left is the breast, okay? Now, if you want to buy what's called 8-way chicken, you're going to get 2 breasts, 2 thighs, 2 wings, 2 legs. But I bought a whole chicken. There's that, which we don't need. So now I want to get right on the breastbone. So I'm going to go right down. You can see the breastbone there. You don't want to leave meat on the breastbone. So with the knife, follow the bone. Now this particular recipe I'm going to cook in a cast iron skillet. I'm going to cook the whole thing in the skillet, and because I'm not real big on taking forever to make dinner, the whole thing's only going to take maybe an hour. So I'm going to take these bones completely off so there's no bones on here. And you have to make sure to take off the what is that thing called? I don't know. The thing you used to break in half when you were a kid.
Wishbone.
Wishbone, that's it. So this one's already off. These are very large, so I'm going to cut them in half.
Okay, we're rolling.
My cinematographer tells me that I'm going too fast. Yeah, I probably am. That'll be one of many things that I do wrong along the way here. Please feel free. Most of you have a way to reach out to me in some fashion. If there is something that you want me to discuss, or something that you want me to try and do, or you don't like the way I'm doing this or that or whatever, please reach out and let me know. I am winging this along with everybody else. Okay, so now we have cast iron pan. I polished this pan, which is why it looks different than probably yours does, to give it better surface area. The more surface area you have between the pan and whatever you're cooking, the better it's going to sear and seal. So this is, it took me 3 hours to polish this to get it like this. So we're going to start with some butter. And a little bit of oil to increase the burn point on the butter. And then I'm going to start these skin side down, because you want to really crisp that skin up. So I'm going to sear both sides of the chicken real good, and then I'm going to take it out. Over here you'll see bacon, onions, garlic, and mushrooms. So when I take the chicken out, I'm going to render the bacon, and then cook the onions and the garlic, and then the mushrooms, and then we'll go from there. And we're back. So what I've done over here, the chicken is browned and pulled off to the side. And then in here, bacon. The recipe calls for 4 strips. 4 strips, that's funny. So no, there's like 5 or 6 strips of bacon in here. And onions and garlic. And then, so in order, you render the bacon, then the onions and the garlic, and then the mushrooms. So now this stuff is pretty much done. And what's going to happen now is this is all going back in the pan. Now the recipe calls for this to finish on the stove in this pan with a lid. You are certainly welcome to do it that way. I did it that way the last time I made it, and I thought the sauce was a little thin. So I'm going to finish it in the oven, uncovered, and that way some of the juice will render out. So there's that. And now the painful part. I'm supposed to put 2 cups of wine in this. It's good wine. I hate to do it, but whatever. Okay, so there's the wine. I don't think we quite made 2 cups, but some of that may have gotten drunk by my wife. And a couple teaspoons of Zatarain's Creole mustard. Side note on cast iron pans, you use cast iron because it holds heat really, really well. Typically it does not like super high heat, so the only time I really crank this thing up high is if I'm going to sear steaks or burgers or something like that. Otherwise, this thing never goes above medium-high heat. We'll be back in a few.
Okay.
Okay, we're back. This has been in the oven for about 25 minutes. As you can see, the There's a lot of juice in here. So we're supposed to put a half a cup of cream. And we'll just stir that up a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty, the sauce is pretty thin. But it is what it is. And so that's it. Cheater's Coq au vin. Coq au vin traditionally is made with red wine. This one's made with white wine. I really like this recipe. It comes out good. That's it for today. We'll see you next time.